Hey everyone, I'm Joe with Siser North America.
I'm Kirk with Heat Transfer Warehouse.
And welcome to another special episode of the Decoration Zone. In this episode, we're going to show you all things Siser EasySubli. We're also going to talk about sublimating on other substrates using EasySubli inks.
So stay tuned.
If you guys haven't heard yet, Siser came out with a game-changer heat transfer vinyl called EasySubli. What this product is it's a heat transfer vinyl that you can print on with your sublimation printer and your sublimation inks. Now, if you're not familiar on how you can decorate a garment with sublimation inks, is number one, you need a white polyester garment to decorate on. Now, do you want to work with just white polyester?
No, white gets kind of boring. After a while, you need to have some alternatives.
I'm a cotton kind of guy, so if you're working with a cotton, a blend, or if you want a different color polyester, whatever it is, the benefit is EasySubli Heat Transfer Vinyl can be applied to any of that. And yes, you're sublimating on it. So how do you begin? Now, Kirk, at Heat Transfer Warehouse, you guys carry the EasySubli HTV and the EasySubli inks, but what kind of setup would you recommend for a customer if they wanted to get into it?
So if they're going to get into it, obviously I recommend is getting the EasySubli, obviously inks, then also the SG400, which is our most popular, or the SG800. Also, I recommend you obviously get a good heat press and a cutter from Heat Transfer Warehouse.
There you go. So of course I have to show you an example of what EasySubli looks like when applied to a garment. So I have my EasySubli transfer printed and cut. And here I printed it on an SG400. I use the silhouette cameo to cut it. I have my heat press set. So the next thing I have to do, weed away and apply. So first thing I'm gonna do is weed out my excess material. There you go. This is one solid piece, so I don't need to worry about using the EasySubli mask. I'm gonna peel it off. But here is a huge benefit when using the EasySubli. Now normally with sublimation, your heat press is upwards to about 400 degrees.
It's really high.
In about 60 seconds for the whole dwell time. With this, with EasySubli, I'm at 311 degrees and I'm gonna press it for 15 seconds. The only thing I'm missing is a cotton t-shirt. You have one, Kirk?
Let me look. Yes, I do.
All right, well, look at that. So I have my cotton t-shirt, or, well, tank top. Nice choice. All right, it is summertime. So I'm gonna use a heat press pillow because I wanna make sure I'm avoiding any of the seams on my tank top. Well, Kirk's gonna wear it, so I gotta make sure I don't mess it up for him. All right, so I'm good there. Then the next thing I wanna do is make sure I check my pressure. My pressure is good. Now, this is what I mean. I have my EasySubli transfer is printed. Now, I have to get this off of the backing. So with one solid piece like this, all you have to do is peel it off of this backing. That is garbage. Now, I can lay this down onto my 100% cotton tank top here. Now, for cover sheets, we recommend using parchment paper. I'm gonna lay this over the transfer and I'm gonna press this for 15 seconds. That's it, very fast application. You're excited?
Mm-hmm. I'm excited.
And look at that.
Wow.
Night and day results. The colors, as you saw after the print, it was somewhat dull, but as soon as that heat application hits it, it really brings out the color, especially when you're dealing with pictures. When you have images of people, this is where the EasySubli transfer works quite a lot. And you can see that in there, right?
It's amazing. It looks fantastic.
Very cool. So I'm still pretty impressed by that. That's pretty awesome. I think there's a lot of opportunity with that. But one thing we get all the time, Kirk, from questions of customers, if they get the setup, say they get that SG400 with the EasySubli inks, will they be restricted to only Siser EasySubli Heat Transfer Vinyl?
It's a great question, Joe, and that cool part is that the answer is that no, you can print on using our standard dye sublimation paper, using the same exact profile of the EasySubli into the VPM, and with the EasySubli inks, we printed all this stuff we see on the table.
So everything here we printed the exact same way as how we printed this transfer right here.
Exact same way. Like I said, we like to make it easy, exactly in like EasySubli. Just use the exact same profiles and use a VPM like you would normally, and we printed all this. And so far, I think what we should do is kind of add to the shirt is let's make an ornament using the exact same design.
So the same exact design we just printed on the EasySubli with the Siser EasySubli inks, still using the EasySubli inks, is now printed on your sublimation paper. Let's check out these results. We got to do it. So now we had to change the heat press though. What is settings you're recommending for this?
So what I recommend doing with dye sublimations, we got to turn it up to around 385 to 400 degrees.
Okay.
A little bit hotter obviously, but we're doing actually flat goods. So it's a difference. You're not gonna be worried about any press marks on these. So time-wise, you need to go up around 45 seconds to 60 seconds.
Okay. Well, next thing we got to do is get started, right? What are we pressing?
We're gonna press an ornament. So
Okay.
we're gonna go along with the shirt to tie this all together.
All right.
All right, so now we want to press and go ahead and do our ornament to go with the shirt. So what I do a lot of times is I like to lay my design face up and then bring down my ornament on top of it so I can line it up properly. Then I'm going to use some of the heat tape just to tape my design down so it doesn't move. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'll flip that over so it's the paper side up towards your platen. And then make sure I have my parchment paper in place, and then we're going to press this for 40 seconds.
So the parchment paper is there to protect your lower platen, right? Because if any of that excess sublimation ink, you don't want it dyeing your lower platen, right?
Right, it obviously could outgas and it'd stain your lower platen.
Okay.
So obviously I always want to use either parchment paper, or we can even use craft paper, or even just your everyday paper.
Okay, regular paper. So that's kind of interesting. And that was regular heat tape too, so that works. Or you can use tacky spray.
You can use tacky spray.
Okay. This is gonna be hot, right?
It's gonna be really
This
hot.
is gonna be hot.
So I wish I would remember my gloves.
You probably don't have any gloves. So where's that awesome white polyester t-shirt?
Down here.
Ah, there it is.
So
All
a lot
right.
of times that's why you also tape it
There.
so when you can pull it off.
Okay.
So you can get to the paper. And then a
Be
lot of times-
careful.
So, and I'll just let that sit down
Okay.
there so it kind of cools off.
And there you go. Yep.
Parchment paper has a little bit of ink on it.
So that just saved it from staining your lower platen, which no one wants that. So
And then we'll just cruise along and keep on doing the rest.
you just set that aside, let that cool down a little bit before you peel it.
Correct.
Would it be okay if somebody wanted to peel it right away?
I would say you want to at least let it cool a little bit and then go ahead and you can peel.
Okay.
Because just because your touch, you're still going to get your hands on it. You want to be able to use
I'm
it.
just so excited to
I
compare
know you're
results.
excited.
I want to compare these results. Anyways, let's cruise along. We got a lot of stuff here, so.
So the parchment paper, if you got a spot there already marked, you can either fold it in half so you can use it again. And we're going to do that.
Okay.
And now let's go ahead and let's do it.
What's next? Koozie?
Yeah.
What's
So
going on that?
We got the design, cold beer here. We got our blank.
All right.
So
So as you can see too with this, and I mean I'm somewhat new to it, but for sublimation paper you have to mirror your print.
correct.
So you're mirroring your print to go onto the substrate. Unlike EasySubli, you're printing regular.
Correct. That's the only difference when using EasySubli is you got to remember is now you're going to mirror because obviously you want to be able to have the designs and be flipped down onto our coaster.
Right. So that would be for regular sublimation paper. You mirror it. EasySubli, you do not mirror your print.
But we're still using the exact same profile.
Same profile, same inks. So all these results are going to be the Siser EasySubli inks using the VPM, so the Virtuoso Print Manager, using the Siser EasySubli profile. This is what we are recommending and suggesting for optimal outcome.
All right, we're going to go
All
ahead
right,
and press down.
same
the
thing.
coaster. Same thing.
All right,
same
so
time.
385 we're at right now for 40 seconds. That is all we're pressing these for. And we have a variance, right? So some of these are harder substrates, some of them are softer.
Right,
is there a
correct.
difference, do you think?
We call these the soft goods for sublimation, which is like your koozies, your coasters, considered soft goods. And then you have obviously like your bookmark and your bag tag. Those are the hard goods, or we're actually going to do a photo panel, which is your hard goods. So they're rigid and they don't move.
Okay.
But this is kind of fun. It's going to be like a complete set. Now we're going to have.
This is a lot of stuff. It's pretty cool though, because it all goes hand in hand. All right, so it just got stuck up there.
Sometimes it suctions up to the top. That's okay.
It's all right. Another. Oh, there goes the white polyester. Handy.
Yeah. Now, like,
is it too hot?
Paper, I can actually move it over. So we're
all right, we're making some space.
Yeah. So I think we can probably peel the one.
We're gonna peel the one.
Yep.
Oh yes. Oh man, that's awesome.
I think we have it's a winner.
I think that is a winner. You guys will see this later on in the video, so we're gonna keep cruising, but I'm gonna keep it over here and just give it a big thumbs up. So
right. Let's go into maybe let's do some hard goods here, and let's do a photo panel.
A photo panel.
Difference on photo panels is most of your metals will come with some plastic on it or a liner. Hopefully, usually some of them come with orange, sometimes they come with a clear, so just make sure you're aware of that and look for the peel that off.
Okay.
Because it will sublimate onto that liner, but it will just peel right off after that. So.
And as I'm noticing, I mean, all these substrates are white, right? So
all white.
Everything that we're pressing on here is a white surface, but it's also very important to know that it has a polyester coating to it.
Correct.
So you can't just simply walk to your regular store, buy a white like mug, right? That without knowing whether or not it has a polyester coating.
Correct. You have to go to the heat transfer warehouse, and that's why we sell dye sublimation products meant just for dye sublimation.
Okay.
They are coated with a great polyester coating on it, so then that way the inks bond to that, and also we'll have a warranty with the product. It's guaranteed that this is not going to chip off.
Okay.
So very important. Don't go to just some store and pick something up and say, I'm going to sublimate it. No, that would be a mistake.
Right.
So this is exciting. Obviously, we're going to do a photo panel. Those are obviously, this is where we're going to get a lot of heat though. So we're going to make sure we're going to really tape this in place.
Do you need more parchment paper?
A little bit more parchment paper.
See, that's why we recommend using parchment paper, because it's pretty disposable. It's like my Vienna white moment.
Again, we're just going to taper down. And I really love like photo panels. They come out just like brilliant. The only other option to these obviously is they do come out with some of our products have like a silver to them, but it's also polyester coated.
Okay.
So, all right, so we're ready for this. We're going to grab that parchment
right here.
right here. Again, all this we're pressing same time as far as around 385, 40 seconds.
Right. And again, all with the Siser EasySubli inks. This is again, it's new. And what happened is when we worked with Sawgrass to formulate the Siser EasySubli inks, they made it for the EasySubli Heat Transfer Vinyl. So for things like what we're pressing right now outside, we're all kind of experimental on our end to see what the results have been. And for Heat Transfer Warehouse, you guys sell sublimation stuff, and so far the results have yielded.
The results are fantastic. I mean, I'm excited to look at all this stuff. It's
right?
Really, really, really nice.
So that's gonna be hot.
That's gonna be really hot.
So again, that's another thing with sublimation. You're at a very high heat, long dwell time. Here we did with the EasySubli, fast application, so you don't need to worry about scorching your fabric or the garment that you're working with. So that's very important to know too.
All right, what do you think we should do next? We got a couple more things.
Let's do, how about this bookmark?
That looks fantastic. That's another fun
Because
one.
that's really tiny and really kind of cool to match up with something like that. So
again, same process. We'll go ahead and go down, and we're going to tape it in place.
So you're just using 2 pieces of tape, something simple.
Just to be safe, like something small like this, I may just go ahead and just use one.
Okay.
Not have to worry about movement.
All right.
again, we'll just flip it over and we're ready to press.
Did you want this?
Yeah.
Parchment paper?
We'll actually use this one.
Okay.
One thing you could add is if you're doing multiple small things, you could put multiple things on the plat.
So yeah, I mean, obviously we're pressing with a very small to a larger heat press, small item, so you could knock out probably a handful of things. You probably could have put the koozie, what was that? The bag tag?
Bag tag.
An ornament. That all could have probably got knocked out in one press, but we're here to make this video top notch.
So that's the advantage, obviously. Once you're in the production mode, you could throw all those in there and crank them.
Right.
So.
But with sublimation though, I mean, I know at Siser for a lot of our business, we show pressing with a home iron and smaller things. You can't sublimate with a home iron.
Sublimation, no. You really got to have that heat press. If you're really into it, there's different heat presses we also recommend, but as you can see, your standard Siser heat press, we're cranking on.
Yeah.
Die sublimation.
Right. So it's very important that with this process of what we're showing on this side of sublimation, that if you're deciding to get into that, we definitely recommend using a heat press because a home iron is not going to work for this.
All right. I think we got one more thing to do. We think the bag tag or another soft good today?
Bag tag or soft good. Let's do the koozie.
All right.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah, let's do the koozie.
Let's have some fun with it. A little bit more parchment paper.
More parchment paper.
So again, we'll do the same thing.
You want to put this second one?
Yeah. All right. Now this obviously looks like a koozie would be two-sided, so if we were to go ahead and once we're done pressing this side, we go ahead, pull it back out, remove the paper, and we flip it over and attach the second piece to it.
You want to try it?
We want to try it? Should we try it?
I think we should.
All right.
Let's see it. So when sublimation is being done right now, the process of sublimation is solid to gas, right? So the heat, what it's doing is it's gassing out that sublimation ink, and it's actually making that ink a part of the substrate. It's not just laying on the surface of the substrate, it's actually fusing itself into the fibers of that.
Correct. Basically, at around 400 degrees or so, it opens up. Then you have your sublimation, which is basically it's going to gas and it attaches that fiber, and then once it drops below 400 or 300 some degrees, it just forms and bonds to it permanently.
Right.
Obviously, still hot. Yep.
So, if you were crazy and you had those gloves and everything, is it okay to just quickly go to the other side and sublimate right away, or is there a waiting time to do that?
You can pretty much go. I mean, pretty much once it hits the table, it's going to be cool enough where I would be comfortable going ahead
and just go. Okay.
Go for it. So,
well, that's what we're going to do. We lost our other side.
That's the other side for us.
Let me hook you up.
All right. So again, we're going to do the same thing. Again, we want to make sure our parchment paper is clean. So I'm going to go ahead, because I'm using two pieces together, I'll just flip it over. So protect that.
Now, since that side is sublimated though, but it's going to be on the heat side, do you still want to use a cover sheet for that?
Correct. I don't need another cover sheet.
I got him.
Here we go.
Right on. I wanted it because it said Heat Transfer Warehouse and Siser teamwork.
Teamwork works.
So that's a lot. I mean, all of these are still sitting. We haven't really revealed the results of all these other ones we just pressed, and so I'm waiting patiently.
Like we said, 20 seconds to go, and then we can start looking at
Right.
stuff. I think we're getting there.
No, it's good.
Metal takes a while to cool,
But this looks great. All right, so that is 2 sides. We just decorated a soft koozie. We sublimated on both sides of that, so that's going to be a big reveal. I think it's time for some close-up shots.
Time to check everything out. I'm excited.
So to me, the results of this are fantastic. And again, we don't really do much with sublimation outside of the EasySubli Heat Transfer Vinyl here at Siser, so this has answered so much from what we've been asked over and over again about what the EasySubli inks by Sawgrass are gonna look like on other substrates other than the EasySubli. What do you think?
I think it's exciting. This is fantastic how they look. I like the fact that it was just the same profile, everything. We didn't have to change anything.
So no changing.
And that's just, they're fantastic.
Right.
It's like you can sell that to the customer today. It's totally acceptable.
And it's really unique to see, again, using the exact same ink set, the exact same profile we recommend for the EasySubli through the same printer, but printing all these other things. The only thing you're gonna change is the temperature and the time on your heat press.
That's it. It's
right?
Pretty simple. I mean, you're not changing anything really except for your temperature and the time and time and temp.
That's it. That's it. So at Heat Transfer Warehouse, they are an authorized Siser distributor, so you have the confidence that you're getting all Siser products. So they carry the EasySubli Heat Transfer Vinyl, the EasySubli inks, the sublimation printers, our entire line of Siser Heat Transfer Vinyl and Easy PSV. It's a one-stop shop, right?
We are a one-stop shop. I appreciate it, Joe. Like I said, we got the EasySubli inks, EasySubli Vinyl, HTV, and all the Siser products available through our website, heattransferwarehouse.com. If you're looking for anything instruction-wise or anything like that, or have questions, always refer to our website.
Well, Kirk, thank you so much for stopping by for another special episode of the Decoration Zone. Thank you all for watching. I hope this video helped you out. All those questions, I know you may be confused, but you just saw it before your eyes. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all next time.